What is online crash course? Online crash course is an online class which a lot of information and basic facts are taught in a very short period of time. It is also a rapid and intense study and an experience that resembles such a course.
Mr. Familara, what is extemporaneous speech? How about impromptu speech? What? Answer me, Mr. Familara.
How far do you know about impromptu and extemporaneous speeches? Have you ever thought about unconsciously delivering impromptu and extemporaneous speeches in your everyday life? I guess you don't even know that you're making those speeches whenever you talk to your peers. And those speeches are what we're going to talk today.
In our 11 years in school, it is possible that each of us has already encountered an extemporaneous or impromptu speaking moments. Personally, I have joined a lot of speaking contests before. I must admit, it's difficult to talk in front of a crowd when you're not sure of how to translate everything in your mind into words. But still, confidence and wisdom are important.
And we know that not all of us here are good in public speaking. Some may be afraid and believe that it's all shame that they will get after all. But always remember, experience will make you a better speaker and go beyond on what you think you cannot do.
This crash course aims to inform and enhance your skills about extemporaneous and impromptu speech. By the end of this course, you must be able to differentiate those speeches in terms of their definition, structures, and forms of preparation. You will also learn about their advantages and disadvantages. And finally, we promise you that you can easily perform and do those speeches like a pro. Enjoy!
Impromptu speech is a type of speech which you will deliver it with little or no time for preparation. In most instances, you will deliver it at the very spur of the moment because you, as a speaker, is expected to be knowledgeable at the subject.
While extemporaneous speaking, colloquially known as extemp, is a limited preparation speech event based on a research and original analysis. It is a type of speech that is either persuasive or informative. At top levels, extemporaneous is a smooth, dynamic performance that incorporates research, background knowledge, and opinion. As a speaker, you should be knowledgeable enough to make a speech.
Basically, extemporaneous and impromptu speech are both types of speeches where the speaker is intended to keep knowledge, basic facts, and opinion to the question relating to the topic.
An extemporaneous speech is often delivered with the aid of note cards to help the speaker to remember the key points and content order. A memorized speech is one that is recited from memory without the aid of scripts. Another type of speech that is less commonly seen in the society is the impromptu speech. Impromptu speaking occurs when the speaker is given no time to prepare for the speech. He or she is given a topic and must immediately speaking on it. Most speech in a person's daily life is impromptu. People do not background research on every conversation or prepare for hours before speaking to friends.
How to deliver a great impromptu speech. We have 6 steps. Step 1. Get used to talking in front of other people. The truth is that even the most calm of speaker still shake when they get up there. Step 2. Remember your audience. Always make eye contact with them. Step 3. Try to get the audience involved. Step 4. Try to twist your topic. If you get a topic about something that you can relate to. Step 5. Incorporate humor. Have a humor quotient. Step 6. If you're facing a more serious impromptu speech, you have to be confident about yourself.
Steps in preparing for a successful extemporaneous speech. 1. You may explore other main points, but always refer back to your thesis. 2. State the central idea of your extemporaneous speech in one declarative sentence. 3. Now that you have a clear central idea, you are ready to map out the supporting points in an outline. 4. Grab the attention of the audience with a striking one-liner. 5. Make sure that each main point has enough examples, testimonies, statistics, or cases. 6. Reinforce your introduction by coming up with a closing attention getter that is related to your opening.
To be able to deliver an effective extemporaneous speech, we have to follow a speech outline. Following an extemporaneous speech structure will help us end up with a good speech. It has 3 parts: introduction, body, and conclusion. First things first, the attention getter. This is your hook to the audience. This should be something fun, uplifting, funny, or interesting. Next, the connection. Explain the link between your attention getter and your question. And then the background. Offer brief background information relating to the question. Finally, you have to state your question exactly word for word, and then answer your question directly, clearly, and briefly. The complicated part is the justification. Tell your listeners the significance of the topic.
In the body, you can cite at least 3 main points. Each point must have one single idea and evidences that will prove your points. Last is the conclusion. It must come up with a closing attention getter that is related to your opening.
A good impromptu speech is one that sounds well organized and detailed, and it looks like it was prepared days in advance.
The tricky part in preparing an impromptu speech is effectively structuring your preparation time to quickly come up with the content of your speech.
First step is know the purpose of your speech. Make sure that you're doing a speech connected to your purpose, because that is your main goal.
Next step is to narrow the given topic. It provides a more concrete and clear structure of your speech.
The third step is to brainstorm the 3 arguments that support your main topic. This step is easier if you know a lot about the topic.
Next is to associate any anecdote, statistics, examples, or testimonies that is related to the narrowed topic. It will make the audience believe on what you are saying.
The last step is to crystallize the main points on your speech, and if possible, leave the audience with one related point or quote to think.
With that, we're sure that you can make the best impromptu speech whenever it's needed.
We know that impromptu speech doesn't need to be prepared, and it makes the speaker to have difficulty in formulating the ideas that can lose the logical sequence of his or her argument and may lead in not having enough supporting details. But the speaker can deliver the speech conversationally so he or she can use personal examples to support his or her argument. Another good side of this speech is that the speaker has the opportunity to use his or her intellect so that he or she can have a genuine response with respect to the topic.
In extemporaneous speech, the speaker has enough time to prepare. That will result to a spontaneous type of delivery. The speaker is free to use body dynamics and gestures. But if the speaker don't know the topic well enough, the speech will sound disjointed or poor because the speaker tend to say things that he or she did not intend. It is hard to observe the time limits. It requires strong oratory skills.
Do stand still but not rigid.
Do make use of natural gestures.
Do speak clearly. Make sure you pronounce and accurate your words crisply.
Do vary pitch, rate, tone, and volume.
Do relax. Do not stare into your manuscript if you must use one.
Do not stare at the floor, ceiling, window, or at the door.
Do not use jargon.
Do not worry or apologize if you mess up.
Impromptu speech is an on-the-spot speech. You have to be familiar with the question relating to the subject, which most of the time is timely and relevant to current issues. While extemporaneous speech is a planned and prepared speech, it is delivered with the help of notes and an outline.